And the next one is Te Ara Ihutai Christchurch Coastal Pathway, Moncks Bay section. Another team for that one.
And we're just looking at the speed limits. I'm not a bit keen to leave or anything.
Okay. So I'm just drawing your attention to some changes to the wording. So rather than referring it to the chair and deputy chair of the Urban Development and Transport Committee, it actually does have to go to the committee. There isn't the ability to just transfer it to the chair and deputy chair. So that's just a technical change. So does anyone want to move this one? Sarah, seconded by.
Oh, come on, the community board in favour.
Yeah. Are there any questions for staff? Yanni?
Just at the board, we heard from a resident particularly concerned around safety. So I presume there's going to be some safety audits done as part of the detailed design.
Yes, that's correct. After completion of detailed design, we'll do a safety audit. And we have tried to review if that's the right turning into that main road property with the remote gate.
Okay, and can you just, again, just help me understand why we're not putting the cycleway separated from the road? Like, why are we putting one on the road as well?
So there has been a philosophy along the whole of this route, and it always has been, that there is a very, very strong commuter route, level of commuter cycling from Sumner, and there are a number, as we all know, even on the weekends, there's a number of rides that go over and do the loop round over Sumner Road and through Sumner and back round Red Cliffs or the other way. So they want to use the road and will use the road, and therefore there needs to be space on the road for them to use it. So it has been a philosophy of this project for the whole time. So there will be on-road cycleways, on-road cycle lanes for the confident cyclist in the cycle path, where we don't want people going super fast. They are combining with pedestrians, less confident cyclists. There's two options there.
Okay, and just the final question was, I know there was a bus and a car crash the other week. Do we have any sense of what the cause of that was and whether this has any consideration into the design?
I'm not aware of it.
Not aware of the crash, sorry.
Okay.
Can't comment.
Cool.
Phil?
Thanks, Lynette. You're just saying about commuter cycle lanes and MCRs. Is that every MCR has just this one? Or just
this
a couple?
Is not an MCR.
This is an MCR.
Oh, coastal pathway.
If I can, this is a shared path, and for mixed users. There's obviously a lot of scenery, a lot of lingering, dogs, kids, strollers.
I can understand that. So, okay.
Yeah.
And I do know people that do the loop.
Not a cycleway.
So to speak, yeah.
Those shared pathways are not designed for people to travel at speed on bicycles.
Yep.
So
That's
they
exactly
are,
right.
and this is not a major cycleway route. This is the coastal pathway. So a separate initiative. All right. Any discussion? I'll put them. Yanni.
Yeah, I mean, like the coastal pathway is great. I'm really supportive of the coastal pathway. It was something that a number of us dreamed about, having a connection from the city to the sea, even before the earthquake. And the earthquake sort of enabled us to get the opportunity to do it. I mean, obviously there was some of us that hoped that as part of the infrastructure repairs, things would be done at the same time, so it would be quicker and possibly more cost effective. It hasn't worked out that way, but this is pretty significant to get to this point today where we're being asked to agree to this section. I think what's really important though is that we do have a process to understand any safety concerns that come out and to respond. As a councillor who used to represent this area previously, I do know that there has been a number of safety issues that have been raised historically. So, I look forward to this being put in place, and I definitely think it would be really good to ensure that there is a process to put forward anything that comes out of those safety audits. You'll recall there's been some contentious intersections further on in places like Ferrymead Bridge and that whole intersection design. So, but the key thing here is that there's a real strong desire for the coastal pathway. It will be a real asset for the whole city, and it helps get that connection from the city to the sea, which is a really positive. So,
Thank you. I'll put them, Sarah.
Thanks. The Coastal Pathway is a community-led project, and the community and the board backed the recommendation today. And the other things, let's remember that today all that council is being asked to make a decision on is the speed limit changes, and not anything else to do with the proposal, which has already been approved by the community board. Safety issues are key, which is one of the reasons we're building the Coastal Pathway, to give people a safe option to get around that corridor. And let's remember that the footpath that used to be there in many of this area is no longer able to be due to rockfall and life risk hazard. And the community have been putting up with a goat track on the other side of the road ever since, and there have been accidents. So this is a safety improvement. The safety issue that was raised in the community board deputation, just to be clear for people, was a concern that a gentleman had coming out of his driveway, where when he moved onto the footpath, a lamppost or several lampposts would be blocking his view. This is a consideration and an issue for many people coming out of their driveways across the city, and not isolated to this particular project, although it was raised in this project. And what he was asking for is the lampposts to be moved. And that will be taken into consideration during the process, but it's not isolated to that one incident, that one position. So really looking forward to this going ahead. Great that the community backed the speed limit changes, and looking forward to getting some more sort of in the village area and stuff in the near future. Thanks.
I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. It's carried. Thank you very much. Thank you.